Hello and welcome back to my channel. Dinar and Dong updates. Major Vietnamese Dong revaluation. Confirmed. What you must know now. Welcome to your prime destination. For the freshest updates, deep dive analyses, and exclusive intelligence regarding major global currency moves, especially the Iraqi Dinar, IQD, the Vietnamese Dong, VND, and other rising currencies poised for revaluation. Whether you're a seasoned VND holder or someone simply curious about this seismic financial event, you're exactly where you need to be. Today, we're delivering urgent breaking news that many have been anxiously waiting for. The revaluation of the Vietnamese Dong has been officially confirmed. This isn't mere hearsay, rumor, or wishful thinking. This is verified, reality-based news that signals a monumental shift in the global monetary system. As we dive into this major development, it's crucial to grasp the sheer scale of this economic turning point. A tipping point. Achieved after months of speculation. For months, the financial world has been buzzing with rumors, leaked memos, and quiet insider confirmations hinting at Vietnam's preparation for a massive monetary reset. Now, the long wait is over, and the moment has arrived. Global economists, financial analysts, and geopolitical experts have been closely monitoring Vietnam, and the developments unfolding now have the world's eyes firmly locked on Southeast Asia. The Vietnamese government, with backing from major global financial bodies, is taking decisive action to correct the undervaluation of its currency, bringing it more in line with the true strength of Vietnam's rapidly growing economy. A long journey. Vietnam's economic transformation. For decades, despite impressive economic performance, Vietnam's currency remained artificially suppressed, a relic of outdated international pressures, trade restrictions, and legacy financial strategies. But in the past 10 to 15 years, Vietnam has undergone a quiet but powerful economic revolution. Shifting from a war-affected, agriculture-heavy country to an industrial and technology-driven powerhouse, Vietnam's ascent has been relentless. The nation's booming tech sector, coupled with a surging export economy, especially electronics and textiles, created conditions where a revaluation was not just possible, it became inevitable. The global financial community recognized it too. Vietnam's steady GDP growth, robust infrastructure improvements, increasing foreign investments, and successful participation in global trade agreements, such as the CPTPP, Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, all pointed to a country ready to step onto a bigger stage. Today, the question isn't whether Vietnam's currency should be stronger. It's simply when the official adjustment would happen. And now, we have that answer. Verified signals. Multiple confirmations of the revaluation. This revaluation is backed by serious evidence. A classified document reportedly circulated among key Asian banking institutions revealed that an agreement had been finalized to adjust Vietnam's official exchange rate. Though initially withheld from public view, that document, along with separate signals from major institutions like the IMF, has now been independently verified by at least two credible sources. The Central Bank of Vietnam has been quietly preparing for weeks, taking critical steps, tightening foreign exchange policies, tweaking interest rates, and closely overseeing a noticeable surge in international VND transactions. Internal banking leaks showed that commercial banks in Vietnam received confidential instructions to prepare their systems for a currency event within a 48-hour window. Globally, forex brokers and trading platforms have already begun recalibrating their VND pricing behind the scenes in anticipation of the formal announcement. The dominoes are falling, and they aren't stopping. What this means for Dong holders. A life-changing opportunity. For anyone holding Vietnamese Dong, whether a modest 1 million VND or a massive 100 million VND, This development could be absolutely transformative. Although the final revalued rate remains officially classified, strong rumors suggest a potential new range somewhere between 0.47 and 1.50 USD per 1 VND. To put it into perspective, 10 million Vietnamese Dong, currently worth roughly 450 USD, could suddenly skyrocket to somewhere between 4.7 million and 15 million US dollars if the higher-end estimates hold true. This would represent a once-in-a-lifetime financial windfall. Vietnam's strategy, economic power, and global influence. Why now? Vietnam's decision to revalue its currency is about more than just economics. It's a strategic, geopolitical masterstroke. By elevating the VND's value, Vietnam asserts itself as a stabilizing, investable, and influential nation in Southeast Asia. A stronger currency boosts its diplomatic power, enhances foreign investment appeal, and supports its ambitions to be seen as a true economic leader. This shift comes at a time of growing global turbulence. The US dollar faces increasing competition amid the worldwide move towards de-dollarization. Regional tensions are pushing smaller economies to fortify themselves independently. Forex markets are volatile, and currencies that can prove resilience will become increasingly valuable. In this climate, Vietnam's bold revaluation is a decisive move towards securing its future as a global economic player. Widespread reaction. The world responds. Early market reactions are already confirming the magnitude of this shift. Currency trading volumes involving VND have surged dramatically. Forex brokers are adjusting their back-end systems quietly, preparing for the floodgates to open. Major U.S. banks, including Wells Fargo and Bank of America, reportedly updated internal Forex guidelines, with leaked images suggesting they briefly tested new VND rates on their systems before quickly locking them away again. Digital banking platforms like Wise, Revalued, and even PayPal are updating infrastructure to accommodate a new wave of VND-related transactions. Vietnamese citizens are lining up at currency exchanges, converting foreign currencies into Vietnamese Dong before the new value locks in. Gold trading has slowed, as attention shifts squarely onto currency opportunities. Cryptocurrency speculators are even exploring the development of VND-backed stablecoins, signaling a fascinating overlap between traditional and decentralized finance. Simply put, the world is preparing, whether officially announced yet or not. Timing. What you need to know. Over the next 72 hours. While not every public exchange platform has updated rates yet, several mid-sized Forex brokers and private trading desks have already begun recalibrating based on insider knowledge. Timing will be critical. If you're using Forex trading apps, bank Forex desks, or any investment platform with VND trading pairs, you should monitor developments extremely closely over the next 24 to 72 hours. This revaluation could trigger quietly, with no warning, and early movers will stand to benefit the most. Government measures. Preparing citizens for the transition. Inside Vietnam, the government is moving rapidly to ensure an orderly transition. A nationwide public education campaign has launched, aimed at teaching citizens how to legally exchange Vietnamese Dong, avoid scams, and understand the broader implications of the shift. The Ministry of Finance is preparing detailed tax guidance for those realizing profits through currency revaluation, both domestically and internationally. Vietnamese media and social platforms are flooded with information, updates, and citizen discussions on how best to position themselves. This level of national mobilization underlines the importance and irreversibility of the decision. International implications. Ripples beyond Vietnam. Vietnam's revaluation isn't happening in a vacuum. Experts predict this bold move will cause ripples across Southeast Asia and beyond. Neighboring countries like Laos, Cambodia, and even the Philippines could soon reconsider their own currency policies. International investors are increasingly looking toward emerging markets for opportunities as the global economic order shifts. Bilateral agreements between Vietnam and countries recognizing its monetary empowerment are expected to grow, both politically and economically. Vietnam's emergence as a stable, reliable economic partner could spark a broader regional awakening, reshaping the future of Southeast Asia for decades to come. A new era: financial independence and monetary freedom. Ultimately, this revaluation marks more than just an exchange rate adjustment. It represents the end of decades of monetary suppression and the beginning of true financial sovereignty for Vietnam. For VND holders who have waited patiently, in many cases for years, this is the moment where belief, perseverance, and patience finally pay off. For the global economy, it's another step towards a more multipolar, dynamic, and competitive world, where new players like Vietnam step forward to take their rightful place on the global stage. Final thoughts. Stay alert. Stay ready. The gears of the revaluation are already grinding into motion, and there's no reversing course now. Stay tuned. Stay informed. Stay ready to act. The Vietnamese Dong revaluation could be the defining financial event of this decade, and it's happening right now.